After arriving in Abuja from New Jersey, before continuing his journey to Port Harcourt, David stopped briefly at the house at Utako. As he approached the entrance, he noticed an envelope placed at the door. He picked it up quietly, entered the house, rested briefly, and later opened it. Inside the parcel was a letter from the lawyer regarding the house rent. David carefully read through it and discovered the rental amount was different from what Sisi had told him earlier. There was a difference of 200,000 naira. The next day, David called Sisi. "Why is the rent different from what you told me?"
"The extra money is for the person that helped me secure the apartment yearly."
David slowly shook his head again. His doubts continued growing.
David later discovered that most of the items inside the apartment were not owned by Sisi. Since he had taken over responsibility for the apartment, he decided to move furniture, electronics, and household items from his house in Delta to Abuja. David personally drove to Abuja with some properties, while Greener Line Logistics transported the remaining items ahead of him. After arranging the apartment in Utako, he returned back to Delta and then Port Harcourt for work. After working for 6 more weeks, David prepared to travel back to the United States for the childbirth.
Before traveling, he met his friend Stan. "How far, David?"
I'm traveling back to New Jersey next week for the childbirth.
"Is it really necessary?"
Yes. I need to make sure my name is on the birth certificate. I'm not comfortable with Sisi for leave. She has an agenda.
The day before the hospital appointment, David arrived back in New Jersey. Sisi and her mother were surprised because they expected him another day. That night, David stayed in the apartment with them since they were going to the hospital the next morning.
The next day, they all went to the hospital.
David visited the administrative office and made some payments. For the first time, he noticed Sisi making a small part payment herself. Later, after eating at the hospital cafeteria, David returned upstairs to Sisi's admission room where the doctor needed his attention regarding a procedure after childbirth.
"I need your consent before we proceed."
"I have not discussed such with Sisi, and my consent will not be given."
Shortly after, Sisi was taken for anesthesia. Then David entered the theater with the doctor.